Ads. You see them everywhere. On billboards and emails, on social media. They are everywhere you go when you're online. You've probably also seen many ads specifically for insurance carriers, and maybe even some from a competitor agency. The use of ads, digital ads in particular, give you a power not previously possible until recent years. The ability to put an ad in front of a specific person from a specific place with specific purchasing patterns. All of this in a matter of minutes. In order to develop an effective digital advertising campaign, it's first important to understand the basic advertising concept and terms. For some agencies, it may not be worthwhile to prioritize digital advertising campaigns. In this video, we'll discuss the basics of digital advertising so you can determine whether it's a key activity for your agency right now. And assuming it's right for your business, we'll help you figure out where to invest your money and how much to invest in your digital advertising. In particular, you'll answer the following questions. What is the main digital advertising options for my business? How can I determine if digital advertising is right for my agency? How do I develop a strategy for launching my first ad? So let's start with the basics. There are three main types of ads that agencies can explore. The first is display ads. These are sometimes called banner ads. They usually appear above, below, or alongside web page content. The way it works is you pay another website to display your ad on their page. It's best to find a website that attracts visitors that are in your target market. As an example, perhaps you might pay for a display ad on a local accountant or broker's website. The second is search ads. Search engines like Google process over 40,000 search queries every second on average, which translates to cover 3.5 billion searches per day. Search ads capitalize on this incredible traffic and allow marketers to push their website page to the top of the search results page. In Google and Bing, your ad appears in the search result when a user searches for a specific term. They look a lot like normal search results, but they have a small ad distinction below the search result. To run a paid advertisement in a search engine, you pick keywords that a searcher might use on Google or Bing. Then create an advertisement that'll appear on a search engine results page based on those keywords. Then, basically a bidding war. You bid against other marketers on how much you're willing to pay every time a searcher clicks on your ad. Obviously, the more you pay, the more likely your ad will appear on search results. As a helpful tip, Bing can sometimes be cheaper than Google. So it's a good place to start if you're just experimenting with digital ads. You won't get it perfect the first time, but you'll learn the more you do it. Full disclosure, designing and implementing effective search ads will definitely be the most challenging of the three ad types. According to a recent study by WordStream, insurance-related keywords were the most expensive on Google. Though this fact shouldn't scare you away from ads, it just means that you should be prepared to go through multiple stages of experimentation to find what works. It also means you'll also need to spend significantly more money here than on any other marketing channel. One tip we have for starting the process of identifying search terms is to use free tools such as WordStream's Keyword Tool. This site generates keyword recommendations based on your website, industry, and geography. For example, say I run an agency in Dallas, Texas, and I'm hoping to increase customers in my commercial auto line. All I need to do is use the Keyword Tool, plug in Commercial Auto Insurance Dallas, and get instant data on recommended keywords, competition, and the cost per click. This data allows me to avoid keywords that are too competitive and that will require more money. It's a great tool for an agency owner or leader who wants to test the waters for search ads. The last type of ad we'll cover is social ads. In websites like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, your ad appears within a user's newsfeed. You can even choose the traits of your audience. Some of your ads are targeted towards prospects who are more likely to convert to customers. Some of your criteria you can use to target are location, demographics, age, gender, and more, interests, activities, hobbies, and more, and what users buy online and offline. The biggest advantage of social media advertising is the targeting functionality. Where traditional advertising suffers from inefficiency, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and other social media advertising platforms offer very effective targeting capabilities. On Twitter, you can target people's networks, so you know what audience you're going to reach. On Facebook, you have the ability to target people based on their distinct interests. On LinkedIn, you can target people based on their job titles or business experience. All of the data gathered by these social networks becomes an incredible advertising asset for businesses to utilize to reach their perfect audience. Now, let's start to understand what makes an effective ad. You want to use the same strategies with your ads that you did with your emails and social media. Think about the goal and target audience first. Most ad goals fall into one of the following categories: creating brand or product awareness, attracting leads, or converting sales. Typically, younger agencies should prioritize attracting leads and converting sales first. Brand awareness is very important, but seeing the benefits of an awareness campaign takes time. For attracting leads, the main call to action is typically the acquisition of emails. You can do this in a variety of ways, but one tactic you can use is downloadables, which we talked about previously. This means developing small assets that your prospects might view as valuable and giving them away for free in exchange for an email. So, for example, in the insurance industry, you might create a short guide on how to decrease your workers' comp premium. Ideally, your ad would lead prospects to a landing page where they'd learn more about the free guide and how to have the option to download it. And of course, you get their email and any other desired information in exchange. For conversion ads, you're simply asking people to purchase your product. With insurance agencies, it's a little different. So conversion ads primarily focus around getting prospects to request an insurance quote. Now that you understand how the advertising goals work, it's time to make a beautiful ad that compels prospects to take action. Step number 1 is to think about your target audience first. This is so important and cannot be stressed enough. Use whatever information you have available: age, gender, income, geography, and more. You should have a profile, whether in your head or on paper, of the type of customer you're targeting. What is their problem? What solution do they need? What evidence or support do they need to be convinced to buy insurance from you? The next step is to determine the tone for your ad. Are you trying to inspire prospects? Be thoughtful about the selection of your tone and the timing. For example, in January, it's common to see inspirational ads because marketers are capitalizing on the habit of people making New Year's resolutions. It all relates back to your target customer and using the data you have available to figure out what types of messages works best for them. Step number 3 is to identify photos or videos that align with your goal or target customer. You know it's challenging to find time and resources to take professional photos for your ads, but in the online space, photos are extremely important. While many marketers will recommend avoiding stock photos, the reality of the situation is that sometimes it's your best bet. When possible, use rights-managed stock photography, which is not free, but it's not too expensive. The pros of rights-managed photography is that fewer other people will use your photos, and the quality tends to be better. Another tip is to not be shy to ask a friend with some photography experience. Sometimes it's not even necessary to have an expensive camera. In fact, Apple rolled out an entire billboard campaign using photos exclusively taken on their phones. And finally, step number 4 is to develop concise and bold copy. The text in ads are taglines at the most. Prospects are scrolling through dozens of ads, so you need to be able to stick out. Have a catchy prompt or intriguing question. And make sure it's short. And as in the case of all your advertising efforts, test, test, test.